Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Aunt Millicent's cooking show. On today's cooking show, we're going to be making an old Southern favorite, banana pudding. If you've never made banana pudding, it's really easy. This is the no-bake version, and it's got some real simple ingredients, and most of them you just buy straight off the shelf. It's very tasty, a huge crowd pleaser. It was one of my favorites growing up in the South, and I loved it every time I had it. If you're, unfortunately, if you have dairy allergies, the best thing I can tell you is to, eat a banana and put it between a vanilla wafer, because this is definitely dairy, okay? And I will have lots of dairy-free recipes later. So, but anyway, and I'm sorry you can't enjoy this, but anyway, we're going to get right on this banana pudding. But I'm going to apron up first, and I'll catch you in a second. Let's get on with the ingredients list. The first thing obviously is bananas. There's no particular ripeness you need. I like a nice yellow banana. You don't need them too dark or too green, okay? And you probably end up cutting about 3 or 4 up, but you could put as many that can fit in your bowl, okay, for real. Next thing you're gonna have is some condensed milk. You're gonna put, this is 8 ounces, I think. Yes, no, 14 ounces, sorry, can't read. This is in your sweetness aisle where the chocolate chips and most of the baking goods are sometimes, okay? And the whole thing is gonna go in, okay? It gives your pudding a nice thickness, okay? Next thing you're gonna need is vanilla wafers. Any brand you like is perfectly fine. These are the infamous ones that a lot of folks know. And you could put as many of those in as you like to, okay? So when we put them in, you'll see what I'll do with them, okay? Next thing is some milk. The milk has to go in for the pudding to make it, okay? And then sorry, we've got to make some actual pudding, okay? So this is instant. Make sure it says instant on there. And you can get any brand you like. This is the brand they had that they weren't sold out of. And this is a vanilla pudding, okay? You can also get banana cream if they have it. It works perfectly well. Now, it may seem like we're doing a whole lot of just stuff that's already existing and adding it and making pudding out of it, but when you put it all together, it kind of makes something else, okay? So we're gonna put this in there. And then finally, believe it or not, this is from another recipe, and this is our whipped cream. So we're gonna use this in the banana pudding, okay? Now, if you don't wanna make whipped cream, if you wanna make whipped cream, I have another video that shows you how to make homemade whipped cream. But if you don't have a mixer, or you don't wanna go through all the futz of putting this thing together, go ahead and get the Cool Whip. It's fine. It'll taste fantastic, I promise you, okay? So make sure you get that. And if you want to learn how to make homemade whipped cream, there's a video for that, okay? So those are our ingredients. And how much are we going to use? Well, I'll tell you as we go, okay? And so here we go. Okay, so make sure you have a nice big bowl, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put in the box of pudding, okay? It'll be granulated or whatever. You can usually follow the directions on the side of the box to find out how much. But the one I have says you put the vanilla pudding in and you put 2 cups of milk. So I've already pre-poured that. In we go. Taking splash damage. And then you're going to take your wire whisk. If you have one of these, if you don't, just use a fork. And we're going to whisk this, okay? It's all going to go together like this. Isn't that exciting? So you probably want to whisk this for a while till it gets a little firm, okay? But the next thing to do is to add the condensed milk. And when we get that together, it's going to look a lot more like a pudding, okay? So I'm going to do that real quick too. So now that we get that in there, however much whipped cream you have, you can add about 2/3 of it to the bowl, okay? So that's with our pudding mix, our condensed milk, and our whipped cream. And this little magic mixture is what makes the fun little part of the sweet vanilla part of the pudding, okay? So our next step is to cut up the bananas. So I'm gonna kind of assume y'all know how to cut up bananas, but I'll just kind of quickly run through and you can entertain yourself, okay? Hello? No, I can't talk now. I'm making banana pudding. I'll call you later. Okay, bye. Sorry. We all made it through that. And now we have all our ingredients assembled. So to make the pudding, it's kind of like making a lasagna. Now, I know some of you may have never made lasagna. So basically it's just layers of things, okay? So the first layer is going to be the wafers, okay? They just go, and what I want you to do before you start making this, putting it together, I want you to find the fanciest bowl you can to put this in, okay? Preferably see-through, okay? Because if you get that, then everybody can see the layers, and everybody kind of knows what's in it, okay? So, anyway, we're going to make the layers. The first thing is the wafers, then we're going to put a layer of bananas, and then we're going to put some of the pudding in there, the vanilla mix we made. And then lather, rinse, repeat, okay? Don't put soap in it. But just keep stacking it up until we get to the top of our bowl or until you're satisfied. And then after that, we're going to put the whipped cream on top. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this and you can see kind of what it looks like. Made it to the top. Again, all I did is layer the different things. Like I put wafers, then I put bananas, and then I put a layer of the vanilla pudding. And I got about 3 layers out, and then I put my vanilla wafers on top. Okay, and don't forget we have some leftover whipped cream. So here we go with that too. There we have it. We have stacked it up and put whipped cream on top. Unfortunately, I didn't save enough. I think I put too much in the mix, but you can figure that out. You're smart. So another thing you can do is you can take your little leftover vanilla wafers and just kind of sprinkle a little, you know, drizzle on top. It makes it look real pretty and everything. And you don't have to pulverize it with anything in particular. You can use your little hands. It's fine. Okay. So that makes it look real nice. And boy, it smells like love, y'all, for real. Did I lose you yet? We're back, and I'm in the dining room, and I'm waiting for my guest or guests to arrive, and we're going to share this magnificent bowl of banana pudding for our dessert. Now, I don't recommend eating this all by yourself, and I'm not going to do it, just so you know. So I'm going to wait for my guest to get here. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure that you refrigerate this until it's ready to serve. You can serve it immediately, but it's better if it gets nice and cold. You can make it the night before and take it to your event, and it'll be just as good as the time you made it. And you will be the belle of the party if you take some banana pudding, especially like this. It's delicioso. Okay, so I really hope you had a good time. Thank you for joining me, and thanks for supporting my channel. I really appreciate every subscriber I get and every view I get, and I love you all. Thank you so much. And I'll sign off with a bon appetit. So, bon appetit.